Hey, English 10 student, and welcome to today's tutorial about your works cited page. This is going to be reminders, and I'm just trying to talk through a lot of the stuff you already know how to do. And remember that all this is available on the MLA guidelines information that's available to you. You all have copies of it. It's on Canvas, it's in the module, and that is going to have all this stuff, okay? But sometimes it's easier to just hear things and see things. So let me model that for you for a little bit. Okay, so here's my pretend research paper. I say pretend because it's not actually filled with information. As you can see here, it's mostly just gibberish, okay? I just was tapping on the keyboard, making a lot of nonsense words, okay? However, from the last tutorial that you probably watched, which was about the MLA formatting, you'll see all that stuff is still here. I have my name up here and the page number. Everything's in Times New Roman, size 12. Everything is double spaced, even between my paragraphs. You can see that everything is double spaced, and that is really important. That is what we want to do. Okay. Now I have all these body paragraphs. Then eventually I have a conclusion. Okay. Okay. This is when my paper ends. Remember that for your paper, you want to hit the goal of having 4 complete pages. So that is 4 pages before the works cited page. All right. Now let's say that my paper only went up to about here. It's really not 4 pages. That's more like 3 1/3. Okay. If you made it to here, yeah, that's about 4 pages. That's fine. You don't have to get down to the very last line, but it should be 4 complete pages. Okay. Now, double space, remember, that's really only about 2 pages if you had single spaced it. Obviously, those of us who love math knew that already. But in any case, this paper goes just over 4 pages, and I'm on the 5th page. All right. No matter how many pages you go, though, your works cited page needs to be on the very next clean page by itself. So because I have writing from my paper on the 5th page, my works cited page is going to have to be on page number 6. All right. So let me go over a bunch of tips and pointers for the works cited page. The first thing and the most easy thing we can do is make sure that in the center, in Times New Roman, size 12, we have the words works cited typed. Please notice that it is not bolded, it is not underlined, it is not italicized. It is just normal, plain, boring. All right, so I need to make sure that it is on the very top of my next page. So I can do that by hitting backspace and enter until I find that sweet spot where it is on the top. There is no reason for it to be down here like this. It should be perfectly at the very top. Okay. Now, I got these entries from my note page. Okay. Remember, we took our notes, and on our notes page, we put into, for every source we used, we put into the notes the MLA citation. All right. If you are still struggling with that, remember the MLA guidebook has information on what exactly you need to include in your MLA citation. It also tells you how to punctuate it, what order everything needs to go in. So that is your best resource for putting it into MLA format. If you have any specific questions, please reach out to me and I'll help you out. But for this, I'm not going into that. We're just talking about how to organize it and how to make it formatted correctly. Okay. So now I have 5 entries here because I have a minimum of 5 entries needed for my paper. Okay. I need to get rid of this extra space and make sure that everything is double spaced. Okay. Now that is too close. There is no double space there. So, yep, make sure everything is double spaced. All right. Now the next thing I need to talk about is I need to get my 5 entries into alphabetical order. Why is it doing this? I got to make sure everything is exactly double spaced. Hold on. All right, so to get everything exactly double spaced, I go up to line spacing, double. I'm going to make sure that There is no spacing before or after. That's perfect. Okay, now I can just delete these extra spaces and get all of my entries perfectly double spaced. Okay, now these aren't quite right yet. In order for my works cited page to be perfect, I need to make sure that all of my entries are double spaced. Oops, I just did that. I need to make sure that all of my entries are in alphabetical order. Okay, so MLA handbook, MLA style, Beyonce, the Purdue Owl, 8 hot dog gadgets. Okay, we know the order of our alphabet. The first one is Beyonce. So I drag that up here. Okay, the next is actually 8. If you have something in your works cited page that has a number, for alphabetizing it, you pretend it were written out with letters. Okay, 8 starts with E, so E would come next. Okay. All right. What comes next? MLA. Okay, now this is interesting. We have 2 sources that have the exact same beginning. MLA, MLA. Well, if I want to put them in alphabetical order, I just keep going until I find the first different letter. So MLA is perfect. Handbook. MLA style. H comes before S in the alphabet, so that is actually in the correct order. And then Purdue Owl comes after M. All right, so now it is in alphabetical order. Okay. Next, I need to make sure I have my indenting correct. For every entry, the first line of the source goes all the way to the left alignment. However, the second line goes all the way to the left, but then 1 tab over. So you could hit the tab button and you'll notice that indentation occurred. Unfortunately, that sent the first line astray. This is a common problem with the Google Docs. What you need to do, the secret, is hit enter. So I'm at the line I want to indent. I hit enter, then I hit tab, and magically it is correct. Okay, now I need to do that here as well. Enter, tab. Oh, I got an extra space. There we go. This one only has 1 line, so I don't need to tab or indent my second one because there is no second one. Here, we do have another line. Okay, so I go enter, tab, and you'll see that now I have 3 lines, so that one needs to be over as well. Okay, and then I do it for the very last one. Now we have our indenting correct. One more time, I have 5 sources. The first line for each source goes all the way to the left. Any additional line for that source gets indented. This makes it very easy for your reader to see, okay, this is 1 source, this is a second source, this is a third source, this is 4th, and this is 5th. All right, let's talk about these links. If you end up with these links on here, you could remove them if you wanted to by right-clicking, and there's got to be a remove link. Maybe it's Control R or something like that. But it doesn't matter. If you have a link there, you can totally just leave it. Okay, that is totally fine. Don't worry about that. All right. You'll notice, however, that this one has a link, yet this one is not blue. Okay. It does not matter to me if it's blue or not. Don't worry about that. I think I could hit. Nope. Okay, it doesn't matter. In any case, it is blue and the other ones are not. That is totally fine. Okay, you'll notice this one does not have a link. That is totally fine. All right, so again, the main things to look for, your works cited page. It should be on its very own page. You should still have your header up here, your last name and your page number. There is no extra spaces. Every single thing is Times New Roman size 12. The indenting is perfect. Everything is in MLA format from the guidebook. And it should look just like this. And then when it ends, oh, I do not have 7 pages. So I can click here and then backspace until it gets rid of it. Now my document is perfect for my Works Cited page. All right. It was very cool. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to help you out. This is just general tips. And thanks a lot and see you later. Bye-bye.